Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today inshallah we are going to start with Surat Al-Qari'ah and give explanation and tafseer of Surat Al-Qari'ah. As usual, we are going to start inshallah with the recitation of the of the surah. I will recite and you repeat after me, and after that we will go directly to the direct English translation. And afterwards, we are going to give the analytical tafseer, inshallah, for each verse. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. القارعة. ما القارعة وما أدراك ما القارعة يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية. Okay, now inshallah we'll give the direct English translation. So Al-Qari'ah, the meaning in English is the calamity. ما القارعة, it's a question, and it is what is the striking calamity. Al-Qari'ah. Yes, Al-Qari'ah, this is ta al-marbuta at the end. Whenever that we are going to have the two verses to be continuous, then we are going to tell it or to say it like this. Al-Qari'atu mal-Qari'atu wa ma adraka mal-Qari'atu yawma yakun. But if you are going to stop at the end of each verse, then we should say ha, which is Al-Qari'ah. Mal-Qari'ah. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةِ. This
in two cases meaning is same.
Yeah. The meaning, there is no difference with the meaning. It is related to the pronunciation of the letter itself. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةِ. And what can make you know what is the striking calamity as? يَوْمَ يَكُونُ النَّاسُ كَالْفَرَاشِ الْمَبْثُوثِ. And it is the day when the people will be like the moth, dispersed. The moth, it is like the bugs. Okay, al-farash al-mabthuth, it is like the small bugs that is flying. You know, whenever there is a bulb or something like this or a light, you'll find small bugs are flying around it. And even that you make it like this, it will go and then it will come again. Right? This is the meaning of the moth. Okay, or the bugs. Kal-farash al-mabthuth. Al-mabthuth means that it is dispersed, scattered. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنْفُوشِ. And the mountains will be like wool, fluffed up like the wool. Okay, this is what the mountain will be. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. Then as for one whose scales are heavy with good deeds, this is the meaning. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Then he will be in a pleasant life. عيشة راضية means a pleasant life. وأما من خفت موازينه. But as for the one whose scales are light, فأمه هاوية. Then his refuge will be abyss. Or it is هاوية means that the deep, very deep trench or place. Okay, call it abyss. Okay. فأمه هاوية. وما أدراك ما هي. It's a questioning also here. And what can make you know what that is? And the end, the last verse is Narun Hamiyah. It's a fire intensely hot. Intensely hot. This is the direct English translation, so that we can have a kind of, configuration of what the surah is telling. First, before going into the analytical tafsir, inshallah, we want to get, some issues related to this surah, and in comparison with the previous surah also, the link between them, There is something between the two surahs. If you remember that in the last surah, the last chapter that we have explained, which is إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودًا, Surat Al-Adiyat. If you remember at the end, أَفَلَا يَعْلَمُ إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ. Do you remember this? That is, do you know when that the graves would be or going to be scattered and bu'thira, okay? And after that, وَحُصِّلَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ, and we obtained and take all whatever inside our chests. Then after that, there is something related to this. This is actually a kind of relation here with this surah, which is Al-Qari'ah. Qari'ah means the calamity, which is, we're going to give the more details about it. It's one of the names of the hereafter. It's one of the names of the hereafter, Al-Qari'ah. And Al-Qari'ah means that the calamity, which is striking something loudly. Striking something loudly. And in comparison with the previous chapter, you are going to find that at the time where that the people or the graves are going to be scattered, and whatever in the chests are going to be obtained and checked and so on, then at this particular moment also, what is the calamity is going to be there. The calamity, the striking calamity. Now let's go to the analytical tafsir and the in-depth tafsir of each verse. Whenever that we say Al-Qari'ah, as we said before, the Quran, it has its own style in dealing with the people and in dealing not only with the individual, but with dealing with the group of people or masses of people. Okay? Whenever, for example, I say that the bomb and stop, or say the fire and stop, and say the earthquake and stop, what will happen in your minds whenever I say something like this? What will happen?
That it is going to happen now.
Yes, you said that maybe there's something happening. Other people would say, the first question that would pop up in your mind is, what is this? What is the fire that you're talking about? What is the bomb that you're talking about? What is this? So in some people, they are going to have what? Fear. Other people, they are going to what? Ask. There is something that is going to be there in their minds. What you're talking about? What is the fire that you're talking about? We see there is nothing around us, for example. And this is the way of the Quran for what? Attracting, as we said, attracting the attention of the people. Especially when they are what? They are heedless. Whenever that they are heedless. If I say, for example, take care, because maybe after 3 years from now, there would be a great fire would take place in this room, for example. Nobody cares about this, right? Nobody cares. The point is, I am not sure that really there is going to be something like a fire or something after 3 years. And in the same time, the people here, they are not, expecting me to say something like this. But when it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it is the absolute truth. The fact, it will happen. So whenever I say Al-Qari'ah and stop, first it attracts the attention. Second, it's going to make some questions or let you invoke some questions. What is the Qari'ah is? What is the meaning of this? And why the Quran is placing emphasis upon it? And number 3 is what? Faj'ah. Like something like sudden. Okay? Because whenever that I start a speech with you or a conversation with you, then I should start with something in common that you and me are understanding it, right? But whenever that I start with something that you are not expecting, then you are going to be shocked. What is this? And whenever that I read this question in your minds, okay, then it is from the eloquence point of view or eloquent point of view to address it. This is why the second verse is what? Mal-Qari'ah. Al-Qari'ah. Mal-Qari'ah. This is a question 4. And ma means that what? What al-Qari'ah? What is the meaning of the calamity? What is the meaning of this? Al-Qari'ah. And then, after that, we are expecting, mal Qari'ah means that what is the meaning of the calamity? And this is the question. And this question, as the ulama, they said that للتهويل. It is something, something very huge. Something that is really going to be horrific, for example. Okay? Mal Qari'ah. So if I say the earthquake, what is the earthquake? Okay, the destruction. What? The destruction. This means that there is something that beyond your kind of mental image that you can make for this event or this word that I'm talking about, right? Al-Qari'ah. And after that, Mal Qari'ah. What is the calamity? And the next point is what you need whenever there is someone is warning you from something. First you ask, and after that, if you didn't receive any answer, you are going to ask people who are aware of it. So you are going to go outside of this room, for example, and ask, is there anything outside? Is there an alarm or a fire code, for example, is being alerted over there? You don't know. You're going to ask the guard or going to ask the other students, right? So this is the second thing, that if you didn't receive any kind of answer, then you are going to ask and seek the answer by asking other people. And this is what is going to be addressed in the verse, in the third verse, which is وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. And what will make you know the calamity is? There is no one. The answer here is no one. No one would say it to you. No one would explain it to you. No one would figure it out for you. Okay? And there is one rule in the Quran in general. Okay? And this is maybe I'm going to explain more inshallah whenever that we are talking in the third verse, which is وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ. There are difference in the Quran. Sometimes we use the word وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ or وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ, and there is difference between them. The difference in the tense itself. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ means that in the past tense. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ in the present, and in Arabic actually whenever we say present we mean present and future. Okay? So here it's said وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, like similar to what? Do you remember Surat Al-Haqqa? Al-Haqqa, Mal-Haqqa, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا-الْحَاقَّةُ. Right? It is وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. In some other verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ تَكُونُ قَرِيبًا. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى. يُدْرِيكَ. This is in the present form. Whenever it comes with the present form, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not give the answer. And the answer or the direct answer is not important for you. But whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ in the past tense, it is important for you to know the answer. And Allah would address the answer in the same verses or in the next verses. Do you understand this?
Professor, so Al-Qari'ah means the catastrophe or calamity such as earthquake or large scale fire.
Yeah, that's right.
And people feel fear and ask. So do we should follow and chase the route where Al-Qari'ah?
I'm sorry?
So should we follow and chase the routes where Qari'ah?
Al-Qari'ah, it is going to be one of the names of the hereafter. And it is going to be explained in the next few verses. So it is going to be given. Okay. So here, Ataher-ibn Ashoor, for example, he said that whenever that we start with Al-Qari'ah, افتتاح مهول وفيه تشويق إلى معرفة ما سيخبر به وهو مرفوع على الابتداء. Again here, also this is from the Arabic point of view. Whenever we start in the Arabic, we start with a word, we call it al-mubtada. Mubtada, it is like the opening of any sentence. Okay? We say Al-Qari'ah, for example. So the second, supposedly to be khabar, okay? The predicate, the closing of the sentence. That the opening of the sentence and the closing of the sentence would give something that makes sense to you. But here, the start was Al-Qari'ah. And after that, the second verse was what? It was what? A question. So it doesn't close the sentence, right? Here, this is one of the levels of the eloquence in Arabic, which is al-balagha. That is, the ulama, they give it like two different interpretations. The first, they said that we can say Al-Qari'atu atiyah, the calamity is approaching, but the word approaching has been omitted because it can be understood from the people, from the audience. And then we can start Mal Qari'ah after that. What is the calamity? This is one of the interpretation. And the other one is that is no, there is nothing is omitted here. Al-Qari'ah, Mal Qari'ah, it is a sentence. Actually, it gives to you what? The sense of horror. That Al-Qari'ah, Mal Qari'ah. Okay, like the earthquake. What an earthquake. Okay, the great sound, for example. What is this sound? It means that I want to convey to you this huge or this type of sense. I want to deeply rooted it in your heart and mind, and already the words or the sentences already have done that. Al-Qari'ah, Mal Qari'ah. And here he said, Al-Qari'atu shay'un azim, وهذا يجري على أن الآية الأولى تنتهي بقوله ما القارعة. As we said, that the first verse would end with the second verse, Al-Qari'ah, ما القارعة. وإما أن تكون القارعة الأولى مستقلا بنفسه. And this is عند أهل الكوفة فيقدر خبر عنه. As we said, القارعة آتية. القارعة is approaching, or is coming, or huge, or something. Okay. وإعادة لفظ القارعة إظهار في مقام الإضمار. And here, whenever I say, actually in Arabic also, it should be like this. Al-Qari'ah. And after that, if I'm going to ask a question, I should say, ما هي? For example, I say that, whenever I say that this is a cup, for example, okay, or a bottle, okay? So I say the bottle. And then, after that, if all of you know this is kind of a bottle or a cup or something, then I'm going to say, what is it? Right? It. I'm going to use a pronoun here. It. Because all of you know it. Right? But actually, whenever here in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses what? Al-Qari'ah, Mal Qari'ah. He repeated the same word again. This is, we call it Idhar fi maqam al-idmar. Whenever we repeat something that should be concealed in the sentence, this means what? It is very important. So it's not horrific thing. It is very important. Take care of it. Okay? So I say, as we said, the earthquake, what is the earthquake? But it should be like the earthquake, what is it? Okay? Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever repeating the words, this means that places emphasis on the importance of itself, of the word itself. Okay. Let's go now to the linguistic point, which is Al-Qari'ah. What is the meaning of Al-Qari'ah in Arabic? Yaqra' means that whenever there is something that is striking another something that is heavily, with a sound. And the point is, this sound should be not soft sound. Okay? So for example, I can knock on the door making like this. Okay? And this is something that is very nice. But can you imagine that at the middle of the night, for example, and someone is coming and he's not knocking at the door. He's making like this. Deep, 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 something like this. What will happen here to you? What is the first thing that will come to your mind whenever there is someone that is really striking and almost like, knocking out the door? What will happen?
We will be surprised.
You are going to be surprised, right?
Yes.
What else? Huh? Yes, you will be frightened. Yes. What else?
Waiting to enter.
Yeah, waiting to.
Rapidly.
Yeah, yes, waiting to fight with the person. Okay, yes. Actually, this is what meant to be in this. Al-Qari'ah, in Arabic language, the Qari'ah means that, according to the ulama and even the Arab tribes, they say that قرعت القوم قارعة means that there is like an affliction or something huge happened to this tribe or this people. Okay? And it comes here القارعة لأنها تقرع القلوب بأهوالها, because it is as if the events that is going to take place in the day of judgment, it is going to be as a striking calamity to the hearts of the people whenever they can figure it out. This is the meaning of the calamity or qari'ah. This is why in Arabic we say qari'at al-tariq. Qari'at al-tariq, it means that the middle of the road, where the people are like putting their feet on it and they are yaqra'u al-tariq. Okay? And also in Arabic we say qarra' al-rajula, means that whenever that you want to give a listen to someone, okay, and to say to him that this is not right, what you have done is wrong and this and that, This is taqriya. Okay, this is taqriya. And this is actually why taqriya? Because as if that you are telling him what he should do by being a little bit harsh with him. Okay, this is taqriya. So now this is the meaning in Arabic language.
I have a question.
Yes.
Al-Qari'ah means the question here, or sometimes we ask question to praise something. That we say that what a beautiful day.
Yeah, that's right.
So it is a kind of in this sense.
This
or-
one للتهويل means that to make it like very huge, very vast, something that you cannot imagine. للتهويل that something that beyond your expectation. But what you are saying here, it is only for praising, for praisal, means that you want to say that what a beautiful day. This means that you like it very much, right? But here the question, it has a meaning. We call it الغرض من الاستفهام. الغرض من الاستفهام في هذا السياق التهويل. الغرض من الاستفهام التهويل means that, as I said, to make it very huge for the people to understand. Sometimes the purpose from the questioning is coming to be negation, al-inkar. Many times like this. A question that its answer is no, for example. This is many times. Why? Because Allah wants to place emphasis on saying no, but put it by a question. Okay?
Professor.
Yes.
So Al-Qari'ah Tariq is in Arabic. Al-Tariq.
Now,
Al-Qari'ah Tariq is indicated to one people.
no.
As you said, the example.
Yes, the Qari'ah al-Tariq means the middle part of the road where the people are, striking their feet against the ground. This is the meaning. This is the link between the two. They are striking the road with their feet.
Is it like warning people?
Warning people?
Yes.
No.
Saying that you should not do that. Or
This is taqri'ah. This is other issue. Yes. Whenever that you want to harshly say to someone, do not do something. Yes. تقرعه. Yes. To say something like this. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned also in Surat Al-Ra'd something related to Al-Qari'ah. وَلَا يَزَالُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا تُصِيبُهُم بِمَا صَنَعُوا قَارِعَةً. And this is actually used in the Quran with this Qari'ah. Qari'ah means the calamity, as we said. Okay. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. The next one على أن الحادثة الحشر. Again, yes, for whenever that we say Al-Qari'ah, it is one of the names of Al-Hashr, of the resurrection, as we know. Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use word, we call this, some ulama, they said it, the polarization of the word. Means that some words that we used it, or the Arab in the ancient times, they used it commonly. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever that He uses this word, it has been changed entirely. As we said this many times. Salah, for example. Salah in Arabic means what? Dua, supplication. Hajj, which is pilgrimage. Okay, we know that we are going to Mecca and so on, making Hajj. But actually, Hajj in Arabic means what? Al-qasdu, going to some destination. Okay, Al-zakah, similar. And Zakah means that is Zakah that we're paying the charity, right? But Zakah actually it means purifying in Arabic language. Similarly here, Qari'ah, okay, in Arab people, the Arab people means that the calamity. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever that we use it in the context of the Quran or the hadith of Rasulullah, it means what? Al-Hashr, the resurrection. And we call this polarization. And subhanallah, this is one of the ways of the Quran, how that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dominated the language. Now the Arab language or the Arabic language has been dominated by new terms using the same words, but Allah dominated by or putting a different understanding. Because of what? Because this would not happen unless that there is a great effect, okay, of this Quran on the Ummah. And this is actually what happened. Okay, whenever you look to the words between the nations, for example, most of the English words, they are coming rooted back from the German, for example. Okay, so whenever you look to this, you will find that there are some effect from this nation on this nation. Okay, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the effect of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Quranic terms on Arabic is very huge in many aspects. Okay, it has changed a lot of words. Okay, let's go now to وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ ما القارعة. Yes. وما أدراك, as we said, ومعنى ما أدراك ما القارعة زيادة التهويل أمر القارعة. And here والتقدير أي شخص أدراك. And here whenever we say وما أدراك, as we said, who is going to tell you the knowledge regarding this? This means what? This means what? There is no one would tell you. There is no one would tell you. So this means the only right, source for obtaining the right understanding of this qari'ah coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why here والتقدير وأي شخص أدراك وهو مستعمل في تعظيم حقيقتها وهولها لأن هول الأمر يستلزم البحث عن تعرفه. Okay. And دراية وما أدراك وما أعلمك. If I say something like this, if I say for example القارعة, ما القارعة وما أعلمك ما القارعة. أعلم. Do you remember last time we said the difference between what and what? Al-Alim and what? Al-Khabir. Okay. Adraka in English here, it is used as what will make you know, or who will make you know, which is coming from knowledge or know. Okay. But here, the same word in Arabic can be used also, which is i'lam. Okay. وَمَا أَعْلَمَكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةِ. It could have been like this. Al-Qari'ah, ما القارعة وما أعلمك ما القارعة. أعلم. Do you think there is a difference between أدراك وأعلمك?
Alima means that maybe some people could know it and some people don't know it.
Some people should know it and other people do not know. Okay, this is one point. Possibility. Okay. What other suggestions from the people? أعلم. Okay, and أدراك. Do you know anything? Can you guess anything? Can you get the difference between the two?
Alama means any person or any physical thing that's going to tell you that about it.
And Adra?
Adrak from the God, from the means who will going to tell you about the Korea? It's approaching to the God or relating to this.
Okay. Actually, there is a great difference between the two words, and this is to know how, subhanallah, the accuracy of the words being chosen for the context. The point is, whenever there is something that is really terrifying, something that is horrific is going to happen to you, if I'm going to let you know about it, then I'm going to provide the knowledge to you, okay? Maybe you are not going to work upon it. Maybe that you are not going to deal with this, this fear that is approaching you, or this kind of calamity is approaching you with the right attitude. Because of what? Because you know, but you are not realizing. Okay? You are not realizing. Like what, for example? For a little kid, okay? 2-3 years, for example. Okay? For example, he can find something like, what I can say, something like small snake, for example. And he think that this is a snake, but he can't play with it, okay? Because maybe this is considered to be a toy for him, okay? He knows that this is a snake, okay? And he knows that this is a toy in the same time. But he doesn't realize it could be what? Dangerous, right? So alima means to know, without interaction. And this is the status of most of the people. That is, we know that there is day of judgment, but do we acting upon it on the right way? No. Thousands and millions of people, they are not acting upon this, right? This is ilm only. Idrak means that you are going to know and realize and understand, and then you are going to interact to it.
And take care.
Mm-hmm. And take care. Yeah, that's right. So this is an important issue to know. That وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, it is different than وَمَا أَعْلَمَكَ. This is diraya. It is important to realize the things. This is why sometimes you can't say that I have read something. This happens actually for all of us. That you can read like 2-3 pages. Right? You read them and you understand every word. But maybe there is something in these 3 pages that is very dangerous. It is a message, for example, for you. You didn't realize it. You read everything, you know everything, but you didn't realize. Realize means that your mind is going to resonate with the knowledge, so that you are going to act upon it. Okay? Give it the right dues regarding its, if it's something that is dangerous, then you are going to fear from it. And you are going to be cautious and prepare some precautions before it. Right? Okay. So this is the word أدراك. Okay. أيها السامع. والخطاب في أدراك لغير معين أي وما أدراك أيها السامع. And it is general for any people. Here we didn't address mu'min or kafir, Muslim or غير Muslim. No. It is general. It is general for all people. Okay? لغير معين وما أدراك ما القارعة. The next one يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. Let's go now to يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. On that day, يوم يكون الناس, the الناس here, the ulama, they said that الناس, it is, some people they said that جمع إنسان, it is the plural of إنسان, a human, and they said that الناس, it is a word that is referring to, representing the entire humanity in general, and both are okay. Okay. يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. الفراش, as we said, the bugs, the small bugs that you can see them flying, mabthuth, scattered. And here's something that is very important. Why is al-farash especially? Allah in other words or in other sentences we can use, for example, al-jarad. Okay, it is a different type of insects. Means that they like different type of creation that Allah has created. But here in this chapter or this surah, Allah used al-farash, al-mabthuth, and mabthuth scattered. As we said, farash, it is a kind of bugs, okay, and mabthuth scattered. Why? Why here? This is
moth does not stay still. It is
okay.
Always moving, like
Yes.
hovering around the light. And
Yes, hovering around the light. That's very nice. That's very nice, actually. Whenever you look to this, yeah.
Also because it is lightweight,
Mm-hmm.
and always spread out everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
There is no stop everywhere on the air.
That's right. That's very right. This and this actually, yes, it gives like some parts of the. I want to use one word only, that is going to give the meaning of al-farash here. Why it is not other things, for example. Why, for example, all of them are creations of Allah. Why it is not like the animals, like the donkeys or horses or zebras, for example. But why farash?
it is agitation, like if this insect is agitated,
Mhm.
others have a little slow movement, or
Yes.
it is fast and
It
it's
is-
worried a lot and going here and there.
Yes, this can be concluded in one word, which is what? Chaos. Right? Chaos. They are not going in flux. If you look to the birds, what is happening whenever that you look to the bird, flock of bird? They are what? Moving like something like this with the head in the beginning, okay? And they are moving towards something. And they are going from one place to another place, right? But here al-farash, it is something totally the opposite of it. The opposite is mean that they are going everywhere. And they are like riding one another. Because they are in a chaos, they cannot see. They want to go here and go here and go there and up and down and so on. This means chaos. This means what? Whatever that you are going to see here in dunya, and subhanallah, here in dunya, this surah is, unique, wallah, unique in describing what will happen in the day of judgment in comparison with what we are living in this dunya. Whenever that you are crossing the road, for example, you are seeing what around you? Who is going to cross the road adjacent to you? Some people, they are what? Heading towards something. They are crossing the road and they are going towards something, right? In the day of judgment, this will not happen. For most of the people, they are going to be in a great chaos. They are going in every every place. And this what gives to you. I mean that what feeling that is going to be brought up inside your heart whenever you see the people are in a great chaos like this. What will happen to you? Something that you can feel.
We will have certain kind of fear.
Fear, yes.
About it.
Insecurity, yes. Fear, the first thing, look here, if there is an earthquake happen, or there is something really like an accident or something, okay, a great accident outside, you will find that people are running everywhere, okay? But this is on a small scale, right? What will happen if it is in a large scale, in the entire city, or in the entire nation, country, or in the entire earth? As the movies and so on, they are bringing that always, that US troops, they are going to, to stand against some people coming, aliens coming from outside of the space, and they are going to invade the earth, and every, chaos and so on. Do you remember these kind of scenes and so on? This is similar to what will happen actually in the day of judgment, that chaos. Chaos, and all the people, they do not have direct destination. Insecurity, no one would care about you. No one would care about you. And there is no final destination that you are heading to. It is only two destinations, hellfire or paradise. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the angels, they are going to lead you to this place. Okay? So this is the meaning here. يَوْمَ يَكُونُ النَّاسُ, as we said, all the people, كَالْفَرَاشِ. And we understood now what is the meaning and the significance of al-farash. Okay? Actually, in Zad al-Masir, Ibn al-Jawzi, he mentioned about the different meanings of al-farash, because the ulama, they have different opinions. But all of them, they are revolving around what I've said to you. That is, they do not have final destination. And they said that here, even the word itself, because al-farash, actually in Arabic, we use it even for different what? The evolvement of some worms, they are going to be like farash. They having like these wings and so on. But the meaning here, as I said, the small bugs that is going to be there.
Professor?
Yes?
So Article 4 means like chaos.
The what?
Chaos.
Kal-farash?
Yes.
Al-farash?
Scatter
Moth.
Means like
Okay.
chaos.
Exactly.
Professor, Al-Nas.
Al-mabthuth?
Al-Nas means believers and the non-believers. Everybody
All. They are saying here, An-Nas, it is all the people. Because even for al-mu'mineen, some ulama actually, when I read this, I found that some ulama, they said that is only for the non-believers. They are going to be in a great chaos. But there is no one mentioned in particular that there is an exception for al-mu'mineen. Or maybe in the early beginning of the resurrection, after being resurrected from the graves, all the people would be in a great case. They are going in different directions. Okay. Okay. And this is actually al-farash, as we said in Surat Al-Qamar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَخْرُجُونَ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ كَأَنَّهُمْ جَرَادٌ مُنْتَشِرٌ. Means that they are going to be or brought from their graves as the moth. Okay, that is muntashir, scattered also. Okay, والمبثوث المتفرق على وجه الأرض. المتفرق means that it is scattered in everywhere. And actually, this word is being used in the Quran. وَذَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوثَ. The Rabi, this is in other spot in the Quran. The Rabi مبثوثة. The Rabi, Jam'a Dhirbaya, means that it is, the small pillow that you put and lean against. This is the Rabi. Mabthutha, it is scattered. In the paradise, may Allah grant us paradise, you're going to find that like these kind of pillows, they are scattered, so that they are waiting for you as they are hosting you. So they are waiting for you to come and lean against them. And Mabthutha means that scattered, so many. The same word has been used here. Scattered means they are like so many, and they are in every place. Okay. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ, and after that, وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنْفُوشِ. Al-'ihn هو الصوف, and the mountains are going to be like the wool. Okay, this is al-'ihn, the meaning of al-'ihn. And al-'ihn, In Arabic, it comes, the word itself means that the wool that is colored. The wool that is colored. It is not one colored piece of wool, but it's like different color, okay? Multicolor. And actually, this is also from the accuracy of the Quran. Because the mountains in dunya are what? Having different colors, right? The mountains, actually, if you go to other places, to different places, you're going to find that the mountains, sometimes they are like black, or yellow, or red, okay? And sometimes green, like here, for example, I mean that they're covered with greenery or some trees and so on. And sometimes like brown, for example. So here, different colors, they are going to be there. And this is similar to al-'ih. So what is the reflection on? If you reflect upon it, what is the meaning of the jibal? The mountains are going to be like the piece of wool that is multicolor. And manfush. Manfush, that is the word that they used here. It is fluffed up. Fluffed. This is the word, the English word. Okay, fluffed. Manfush actually means that, whenever that you have something like this, manfush means that, the fabric itself, they are away from one another. They are not like this. They are like away from one another. And the word, let's reflect upon the word first. If I ask you, if you are living in a city, for example, okay, or a village, okay, there are certain features in your village that is not going to be changed with the change of days and months and years, right? So one of them, for example, if I say to you, the tree in front of your house, okay? Actually, if you look back, if there's a picture of your house, 200 years ago, it might happen this tree was not there, right? And maybe after 200-300 years afterwards, you are not going to find the tree. It is going to be, cut off, right? Similar to anything else that is around you, the cattle, even the people. And this is actually here gives to us a hidden and a subtle message. That commonly, whenever that you are looking in this dunya, you are going to find, this is what Sheikh Sha'rawi always say it like this, that al-insanu ibn aghyar means that he is always like being in a loop of change. That you're going to see everything around you is changing. You yourself are going to be changed, right? Your feature is going to be changed. Okay? Look to yourself 20 years ago, you were like a kid playing here and there, and you cannot even, utter one word, right? Now you are making PhD or master or something. After 20-30 years, also you're going to back again as the childhood case. So I mean that you are going to be changed. Your father, your mother, your children, the people around you, your house, you're going to change it. Or maybe it will be very old to the time or to the extent that you're not going to live in it, right? The tree in front of you, even the river, the rivers, for example, if you have rivers, okay? For example, the city that I'm living, they said before, in front of me there is a mosque that is one of the oldest mosques in the continent, okay? Amr ibn al-As. Actually, whenever that I would read some history books, they said it like this. And just adjacent to this mosque, there was a river running in this place. And actually it comes from the river Nile. And actually from day one that I have been born, I haven't seen any rivers in this area. Okay? This means what? Everything is going to be changed. But look to whatever one of the most everlasting features in this dunya that is not going to be changed is what? Yes, the mountains. You will find that mountains almost very difficult to be changed. And it's going even to be changed, like era after era. But at least for you, it's not going to be changed. So this feature, this very feature that is going to be changed, and you see it every day, and even your father and grandfathers and your ancestors, they are telling you that this mountain, for example, is there, okay, for hundreds and hundreds of years. In the day of judgment, it will be what? كالعهن المنفوش. It will be like the wool, something that is very soft, okay? Means that the solid, whenever you look to the mountain, what is the first thing that comes up in your mind? The mountain.
Force.
Yes, force, right? Huh.
Very hard.
Very hard, yes, very tough. Solid, right? And whenever I say to you, wall, which is
Constant.
Mhm.
Constant.
Constant, yes, something that is not changing, right? But whenever I say something like the wool, for example,
very weak or weak.
very weak and soft, right? And this means that in the day of judgment, what? Everything is going to be opposite. Everything is going to be changed. The people that you used to see them here in dunya, that they are heading to some place, whenever that you see someone is going here and there, you are going to say that he is an idiot, something that is someone crazy or something, right? But all of the people, they are going in flux to some place. Whenever you look to the subway, for example, at early in the morning or at 5 p.m., for example, or 6 p.m., all the people are coming out from the subway station. And all the people are going to the subway station early in the morning, right? They are heading to some place and going from some. In this day, they are going to be scattered. The mountain that you used to see him solid, tough, and it is a sign or a symbol of solidarity or something that is very, very stable. In the day of judgment, it will be like the wool that is soft. And not only like this, it is كالعهن المنفوش. It is, scattered. And this is similar to Al-Qari'ah, because whenever that you make some very huge sound, like vibrations or something like this, the wool would be dispersed from one another. Okay? Subhanallah. This is what the words are giving in this context only.
Professor,
Yes.
in regard to former article number 4,
Mhm.
those changes means like chaos.
Yes, chaos.
I got
Okay.
it.
Okay. And here there is something that is very nice. Whenever we say يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. تكون, يكون and تكون. يكون means that to make something. But actually there is difference between the two. Okay? فكلمة تكون مع حرف العطف للإشارة إلى اختلاف الكونين. Whenever in Arabic we say و, which is and, العطف يقتضي المغايرة. That whenever I say that I came and my friend. Okay? This means that I am a person and my friend another person. So we are two people. Okay? So I cannot say I came and I came. Okay? It is already there is one. So wow in Arabic, it means that there are two different entities there. And here when Allah uses يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث, it could have been like this يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث والجبال كالعهن المنفوش. But actually Allah used another تكون. And the ulama, they said that here فالكون الأولى كون إيجاد, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would bring forth the people from their graves. They were nothing and then they are going to be like people after that, because already all of us are going to die. And then this is كون إيجاد يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. The people already, they are dust, nothing. Allah would bring them and resurrect them. So this is كون إيجاد, which is the resurrection word. والكون الثانية كون إضمحلال, because the mountains are there, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would bring them to be what? Like the wool. So كون يوم يكون for الناس, it is different than وتكون الجبال. تكون here different than تكون here, even the same root of verb. Okay? والثاني كون اضمحلال وكلاهما علامة على زوال عالم وظهور عالم آخر. Yes, that's very important. What is the main theme that you can find in these ayat up till now? That everything is going to be what?
Description of day of judgment.
Yes, day of judgment. Everything is going to be what? Changed, yes. And you are going to find this in the next one, in the next verse, subhanallah. First, the jibal, that is very heavy, right? It will be weightless in the day of judgment. كالعهن المنفوش. And here, what is weightless in our dunya? What is the weightless thing?
Weightless, it means
It has no weight. I mean that the people cannot, it's intangible, for example. What is the intangible things that is going to be very, very heavy in the day of judgment?
Human speech.
Uh-huh.
Human speech.
Yeah, okay.
Human actions.
Yes, that's right. Al-a'mal, which is the good deeds. Now, whenever that you are doing good deed, for example, okay, maybe the people would ridicule whatever that you are doing. Whenever that you are making amr bil ma'ruf or nahi al munkar, say that brother haram that you are smoking or you are drinking or this you are not putting the hijab for the sisters. Whenever you say that, why you are saying this? I'm free and I'm this is liberty and this is so on. This is amr bil ma'ruf and nahy anil munkar. This is something that you are doing as a good deed and action. Here it is weightless, but maybe the people would mock you or mock at you, and they are going to ridicule whatever that you are saying, demonizing you. Why are you saying this? This is not allowed for you, or this is not good. Whatever the good action that you are doing for anything and for anyone, nobody counts it, right? It is only at Allah's scale, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Comes here, the very next ayah is giving to you the right, very heavy things, which is what? فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. And those for those who or whose weight or whose scale are going to be heavy. Okay? فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. Those people that going to have the scale to be very heavy. Okay? And at the day of judgment, the scale, according to Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the scale is going to be something that is as we understand. Okay? But how exactly we do not know. It will be like scale in dunya that is having kaffatan, like two lids for example, and it has lisan also, a tongue that is going to speak. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. But everything is going to be weighed there. Okay? And your deeds are going to be very heavy. If it's having the niyyah, the intention of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sincerity, as we have talked today in the sermon. Right? So here, فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينَهُ. Mawazin, it is the plural of mizan or mawzun. Okay? Plural of mizan or mawzun. Mizan means the scale itself, which is the scale, the machine itself that's going to scale. This means that mawazinuhu means that it will be different scales for different weighing of different deeds. Okay? Wallahu a'lam. Okay? As the ulama has said. And the other one is jam' mawzun. Mawzun means that your deeds. And the majority of the scholars, they are inclined toward this interpretation, which is mawzun means that your deeds, that is going to be there on the day of judgment. And remember that whatever that you are going to do in the dunya, and you think that it is very huge, but if there is something that is considered to be riya or nifaq or something, it will make it what in the day of judgment? Weightless. Okay? Weightless. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about this. So وَقَدِمْنَا إِلَى مَعَوْنَا, and we have come to whatever they have done, فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا, that we have made it as like nothing. Because of what? Because it was lacking of al-ikhlas wal-mutaba'ah, the sincerity and following what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, especially for a'mal al-kuffar and so on. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. So al-mawazin, as we said, it is two meanings here. وهو للعمل الصالح وهذا متبادر في اللغة العربية ما يثقل الموازين. I'm going to give inshallah now, because this is an important issue. This is, as we said in the Quran, it would touch different topics. Now al-mizan, it is important to know what is going to make it very heavy. And this is dars aqadi fil aqidah. Okay? I'm going to talk about it inshallah and give like what are the things that whenever that you do it in dunya, it will make your scale to be very heavy in the day of judgment. Okay?
Professor, what does weightless mean in this context? Is it like disappearing?
Yes, similar to this, disappearing. It has no weight. Okay, so remind me to say what are the things that is going to make it heavy in your scale at the end, inshallah, of the ayah, of the surah. Next one. Okay. So here the ulama, they mention about فهو في عيشة راضية. عيشة راضية. عيشة. Yes. The word عيشة in Arabic, okay, it is different than the word حياة. عيشة and حياة, they are different. Actually in English they are not different. They are like having the life. Whenever that even you look to the the reports and so on, they are putting like life index, right? This means the عيشة. معيشة. In Arabic عيشة. In Arabic عيشة means that the reasons based on which you can live the life. The reasons based on which you can live the life. Like al-ma'kal wal-mashrab wal-malbas. The thing that you eat, the thing that you put on, okay? The drink, the food and so on. This is عيشة. But حياة, it is more generic. Something more generic than this. Okay, so this is the haya. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word Aisha, which is the reasons or the causes or the means by which you are living the haya, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't mention here that it's the haya in general, because sometimes Aisha, the word Aisha itself, can be used as the meaning of life in general. Whenever I say that his Aisha is very nice, means that his haya is very nice also. They are like synonyms in this term. But Aisha, it is akhas, means that the things that you are using in order to live the life, okay, the means, the ma'kal wal mashrab, the food, the drink, and so on. And here the word has been used as Aishatin radiyah. It is satisfying, not satisfying, satisfied Aisha, or life. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't use the word that you are going to be satisfied. But what would be satisfied? Al-Aisha. The means by which that you are living, it is going to be satisfied. And the meaning of radiyah here, satisfied, means what? It is going to be very lenient to you. Very lenient. Means that it is going to be something that is, as Al-Qurtoby actually he mentioned about this. Whenever just you come across the tree, then you will find the branch is what? Coming closer to you, and you can get the fruit out of it. Whenever that you walk, you are going يفجروا الأنهار فيها تفجيرا, that you are going to make the rivers to be gushing out, okay, just by looking and walking there. Whenever that you want to sit, al-furush al-marfu'a, whenever that you want to sit, then the seats are going to be going down, and then they are going to take you, and then you are going to take care of you. This means that the causes of the life is going to be very lenient, not harsh. And this actually very, very minute understanding that we should get here. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, here subhanallah, in dunya, everything that you want to do, you will find that it's a little bit difficult for you. Even the easiest thing. You know that whenever that you, now especially whenever they are talking about technology and so on, I read that in LG they are going to make like a mobile phone that is not by touching, but is going to be only by like sensing you. Like, it's like one type of the artificial intelligence that is going to be.
For my eye.
Yes, it is by eye or iris or something. Actually, but now it is not even that you want to flip the pages, you are not going to touch, just you are going to make something like this. Okay? And maybe after 100 years, it is going to be by intention. So you want the intention, this to be flipped, it go. And subhanAllah, in Jannah, it will be in the highest level. That is going to read your intention deep inside you. And then it will be, it will be pleasing you by this. This is the meaning of Aishatin radiyah. This means that you are going to be in the highest level of tan'im or na'im, in the highest level of na'im. Aishatin radiyah. Yes?
You meant hayat. Does hayat also mean the life which will end, and Isha means the life which will be everlasting?
No, actually, the meaning, the ulama, they didn't mention about this. The Aisha means that the causes of the life itself, which is, maybe similar to the life, but it is, sometimes the Quran is describing some issues that we are like inclined with it. Here in dunya, sometimes they say that هو في عيشة نعيم, means that he is riding a fancy car, he is like eating, a very delicious food, and he is staying in a very nice neighborhood and very wide and good house and so on. This is the Aisha. But maybe this person is not happy with it, right? But here, the point here, yes, it is the means itself is very easy, very lenient. And if you're talking about the psychological, already it has been addressed before. Do you remember? Do you remember before in Surat Al-Zalzala also we mentioned about this, that psychologically they are going radiyallahu anhum wa radu an, that they are pleased with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided. I want to finish inshallah within 5 minutes. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. Okay. And we said that عيشة radiyah, as this is Al-Qurtoby, he mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says قطوفها دانية, that for the fruits, and يفجرونها تفجيرا. Okay. فهذه الأشياء كلها قد أعطت الرضا من نفسها فهي فاعلة للرضا وهي إن ذلت وانقادت بذلا وسماحة. This Daisha itself, you know, it makes Daisha as if a human being that is making it out of love for the people. Okay, this is the meaning of عيشة راضية. Okay, and the opposite is وأما من خفت موازينه, means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for those people who are having the light scales, وأما من خفت موازينه, okay, وأما من خفت موازينه أي خفت موازين حسناته وثقلت موازين سيئاته, for the opposite, what will happen for them? فأمه هاوية. here, ومعنى فأمه هاوية يعني جهنم. The meaning here is Jahannam. فأمه هاوية, it is Jahannam. They said that the ulama, they have different, meaning for فأمه. فأمه means that is the part of his head here, it is going to be like he is going to be upside down in the hellfire. And other ulama, they said that, like actually Al-Shankeety في أضواء البيان, he mentioned about this. فأمه means that it is his mother, as if whenever the person, there is something wrong happened to him, it is resembled in the Arab as if that his mother has been like jumped from a cliff, for example. فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ means that he was in a great loss. And other interpretation, the third one is فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ means that whenever the person is like feeling fear or something, he always runs toward his mother, right? And here they said that this is the meaning, that the mother of the non-believers is going to be the hellfire. فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ, his mother is going to be what? Like hugging him. It is going to be the hellfire, which is very deep. And Hawiyah means that very deep, very, very deep, deep trench or canyon or something that is like the valley. Whenever that there is something that is deep inside it, this is what we call it Hawiyah. فالمراد بالأم هنا المرجع والمأوى وبالهاوية النار التي يسقط فيها وسميت النار بذلك لشدة عمقها وسمي المأوى أما لأن الإنسان يأوي إليه كما يأوي ويلجأ إلى أمه. As we said, هاوية, it is the meaning of the hellfire. Okay. ويرى بعضهم أن المراد بأمه هنا الحقيقة لأن العرب يكنون عن حال المرء بحال أمه في الخير وفي الشر لشدة محبتها له. Okay. فأمه هاوية. This is the meaning of أمه. وما أدراك ما هي. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ended with another questioning. وما أدراك ما هي. What will make you know what is this hellfire is? Whenever that you have limited capacity for understanding, then Allah is giving what? Is giving you a question. Okay? Is giving you a question. And there is a hadith for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that the hellfire in the day of judgment will be 70 times the hellfire in this dunya. 70 times. Okay? 69 times higher than this dunya.
Professor,
Yes.
Summarizing totally, those good deeds are the sentence. Good deeds are light means like we should accept Al-Qari'ah.
Yes, Al-Qari'ah. Yes, we should be alarmed with Al-Qari'ah in order to make good deeds and stay away from the bad deeds.
It doesn't mean like accepting Al-Qari'ah, which means natural essence by God. Is it correct?
Natural
essence by God.
Yes.
Al-Qari'ah.
Yes, that's right. Okay, Al-Qurtoby, he says وما أدراك ما هي فدخلت الهاء للسكت. هي, it should be وما أدراك ما he only, but there is هاء at the end. وما أدراك ما هي للسكت. وقرأ حمزة والكسائي ويعقوب وابن محيصن ما هي نار بغير هاء في الوصل. ما هي نار ووقفوا. Means that at the هاء at the end it is للسكت. ما هي. Okay. And some ulama, they said that also هاء للتهويل. This هاء للتهويل. Okay. The next one وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية أي شديدة الحرارة. That is, the hellfire is very, as we said في صحيح مسلم عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه, he said that sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ناركم هذه التي يوقد ابن آدم جزء من 70 جزء جزءا من حر جهنم. That is, whatever that you do in this dunya, it is 1/70 of the hellfire, level. Okay. نار حامية. This is the end of this surah. I just want to end with, as we said, the things that is going to be heavy in the mizan. Okay, I just will give it like in 2-3 minutes, inshallah. So the first one, أثقل شيء في الميزان. What is the heaviest thing in the mizan, in the scale, from your own point of view? Yes, that's right. La ilaha illallah. It's the heaviest thing, and this is according to hadith. So La ilaha illallah wa hiya athqalu shay'in fil mizan. So this is a long hadith actually. It is narrated by Imam Ahmad, and it was authenticated by Al-Albani. That it is, in a day of judgment, a person would come and everything is, in great plus, and only he has said La ilaha illallah. It's like a card for him. Then, according to the hadith, فَتَخْرُجُ بِطَاقَةٌ فِيهَا أَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. There is card that would come for this person. It says that person says La ilaha illallah. Okay? If he says this, means that فَتَثْقُلُ هَذِهِ وَتَطِيشُ الْأُخْرى, means that this La ilaha illallah is going to be very heavy. Very heavy to the extent that it will be weighed out the other things that he has done. فَلَا يَثْقُلُ مَعَ اسم الله شيء. This is رواه الترمذي وأحمد وصححه الشيخ الألباني. Another thing, the second, التسبيح والتحميد والتهليل والتكبير. If you say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Wallahu Akbar, wa la ilaha illallah, this would be very heavy in the mizan. This is according to Hadith al-Bukhari and Muslim. كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله وبحمده. Yes, that's right. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله وبحمده. These are the two. Yes, you can. No problem with the. It is no problem. 3.
Only
half. La ilaha illallah. Yes, this is La ilaha illallah only, not Muhammad Rasulullah. Yes, here, this is La ilaha illallah only. This is special for this. The kalima. 3. المحافظة على الأذكار دبر كل صلاة. That whenever that you finish the salah and you gave some dhikr consistently, and this is most of the people should do. Whenever you finish the salah, you should give the dhikr of the salah. خصلتان أو حلتان أو خلتان لا يحافظ عليهما عبد مسلم إلا دخل الجنة. هما يسير ومن يعمل بهما قليل. They are very, very light, and those who are doing it are very few. قليل يسبح في دبر كل صلاة 10 ويحمد 10 ويكبر 10 فذلك 50 و100 باللسان و1500 في الميزان ويكبر 34 إذا أخذ مضجعه ويحمد 33 ويسبح 33 فذلك 100 باللسان و1000 في الميزان. Anyway, there is different narrations of this. If you say after finishing the salah, يسبح subhanallah 10 times ويحمد 10 times, alhamdulillah 10 times, Allahu Akbar 10 times. It is here 10 times. Okay, there's another narration 33 times. Okay, so here it is also hadith sahih, 10 times only. It will be enough inshallah for you. Number 4, الصبر, which is the patience, والاحتساب على فقدان الولد الصالح. Whenever that you have a child and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala predestined for you and for him to lose him, then this would be one of the most or the highly things that is going to wait in the mizan. There is a hadith here. I can give it inshallah after finishing this. And number 5, makarim al-akhlaq, the good morals. This would be very heavy in the day of judgment inshallah. ما من شيء أثقل في الميزان من حسن الخلق. There is nothing heavier than the good morals. And the last thing to finish and wrap up, اتباع الجنازة حتى يفرغ من دفنها, following the funeral until that it is fully buried. This is the end of this surah and the things that is going to make our mizan heavy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among those who having heavy deeds and actions in the scale in the day of judgment.
That is the last hadith.
Ameen ya Rabbi.
Second or third.